Good to be back in the Hampton Road Show kitchen here with Chef Pongkrit Pak Choi Sham from the Outer Banks Brewing Station, making today Rockfish Ceviche. The station, by the way, is part of the upcoming Taste of the Outer Banks event. Pak, welcome to the Hampton Road Show. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
So, a ceviche, Rockfish Ceviche. I think you're going to have to explain a few things for us. Let's start with the ingredient list.
Our ingredient is we're using fresh local rockfish.
Of course.
Right off our coast since it is rockfish season time.
Very nice.
And then we got fresh diced tomatoes, diced cucumbers, some little cilantro, diced red peppers, some corn, some diced jalapenos, some onions, some green scallions, a little bit of garlic, some micro mix, and some limes.
Very nice fresh ingredients and some good knife work. Yeah, been a little busy this morning already. Talk about what a ceviche is.
Ceviche is usually taking raw fish, pretty much seafood ingredients, and letting the citrus do all the cooking.
Oh,
with the
really?
marinating and all that stuff.
So is there heat involved at all?
No heat.
Oh, okay. Very nice. So really it is, the main part of it is having the fresh,
ingredients.
And then for us, local ingredients and good stuff to really start the dish off with.
Since we do have the best seafood on the East Coast.
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, definitely. Props to us. Let's talk about how we put this all together. I mean, is it all just going in this bowl?
Well, we're going to start cooking.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's start with our rockfish. And if you missed any of this, you can go on to our website at www.obbrewing.com and check out all the ingredients.
Very, very good. And also we're going to post them at thehamptonroadshow.com, so you can get them in two places, certainly after the show. So what is that?
Fresh lime juice and lemon juice.
Oh, lime and lemon together?
I'm going to start with that first.
Okay. Equal parts?
I did 6 limes and 1 lemon.
Okay.
Just to cut out a little bit of balance on it.
Very, very nice. Now, you talked about the rockfish season. Are we coming up on the end of it?
We're getting ready to be the end of the rockfish season.
It's too bad. It was a really good one.
Oh, they had a really good season.
But we were looking at the ingredients earlier before the show started, and really this is a nice, it seems like a nice spring dish. Kind of waiting for that warm weather. I know you guys are waiting for the warm weather.
Oh, yeah. Ready for the people to get down to the beach.
Yeah, definitely. And I think people are waiting for that warm weekend, and everyone can make that road trip down to the Outer Banks. So what else are you putting in here?
We just put the corn, the cucumber, the peppers, now the onions, add the jalapenos.
Jalapenos. Now, Eric, the owner of the station, is standing by. How's Pak doing?
Pak's doing wonderfully, as usual. That's what Pak does. And this dish Pak did last year at the Taste of the Beach and went over wonderfully.
Come on in, Eric. Come on into the camera. We can hear your voice. We just can't see you. All right, Pak, you have to explain what else you're putting in there.
We did the cilantro, fresh scallion, a little chopped up garlic.
Okay, very, very
and then we're
nice.
going to add a little bit of salt.
So, Eric, you were saying this is a dish he made for a happy crowd?
Yeah, yes. Ceviche is a great dish because it's Latin in origin, but it brings out essentially you're pickling the fish.
Okay.
So you don't have to use heat to cook it because the lime juice is denaturing the proteins.
Really?
Yeah, which is really a very quick and kind of a fun dish, and definitely a hot weather dish.
So this is going to sound silly. So it does not need to be cooked? I guess I'm just worried about the raw fish part.
The pH in the lime juice actually kills any bacteria. Bacteria can't grow in it, and the proteins that are denatured are essentially the same thing as cooking it.
Very good. Okay, well, we'll finish up this dish. I know there's not much more to do, but we'll finish that up with you, Pak, coming up in our next segment. Eric, thanks very much.
Hey, no problem.
In the kitchen with Chef Pak from the Outer Banks Brewing Station, making a Rockfish Ceviche. They're part of the upcoming Taste of the Outer Banks event. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Eric Reese is here, the owner of the restaurant. And the ceviche, is it done?
It's done.
Completely finished. Did you refrigerate it for a little, or would you?
I would wrap it up and keep it cold for about an hour. That way the citrus has some time to cook the seafood. And
I mean, Eric here had some great kudos for this dish.
Oh, I know your viewers like to get people together and have a little party now and then.
Yeah, parties are great.
This dish will make you look absolutely fantastic because it's so easy to prepare. You don't have to worry about overcooking, undercooking, and then you have a variety of plating options, and you can customize it. You can use grapefruit instead of the limes, or just add a little in. You can
oranges.
Little oranges.
For the lemon and the limes, that you mean for that you use orange juice instead?
You can use some real oranges or some grapefruits. Highly acidic things tend to help the whole ceviche process.
Right. The cooking
pickling,
process,
yeah.
if you will, the pickling process. So you have some options here as far as plating to kind of give the whole wow factor.
You can
to
do
your
it at the
guests.
party at the house.
All right, very good. How would you suggest you go about plating it?
It depends
for a
on what
party?
kind of party you want to do. Like really nice and elegant, like past hors d'oeuvres, I would do something like this.
Oh, and then the ceviche would go in the
And
little
spoons and little cones.
Oh, cute. And
you
you'd put them here in the little cones? Now, what is this made out of?
The bamboo.
Very cool.
This is one of the dishes that we did last year for Taste of the Beach.
Oh, very, very nice. That's a little tease because we're going to talk about Taste of the Beach coming up in just a moment. But you put that there, and then
And
you don't eat this, do you?
No, it's
Okay. You just slide it in?
Yep.
Okay. And then you put some here in the spoons.
in a spoon.
Pac was last year's Taste of the Beach Chef's Award winner.
Well,
With
congratulations.
this dish.
It is our honor to have you here, definitely. You've also got some
Shot
little
glasses.
shot glasses, and you can put the
Option.
ceviche there? Wait a minute.
You can do it in there.
Okay.
Plus, you can customize it with a little wagon wheel of lime. Yeah.
Very
Or a
nice.
little shot of tequila in the bottom.
Yeah, there you go.
When people come to the restaurant, this is something that they obviously ask for, they're calling for. It's one of those beach foods.
It's a beach food. We do it for special events. We like it as something for the Taste of the Beach because you can prepare a lot of it very simply. And then, as you can see from the plating, it can look beautiful. Everybody can have one little bite. You can have one little shot, and then move on to the next little munchable.
Kind of like a Taste of the Beach.
Exactly.
So we're going to hold off on that and talk more about the restaurant and about the event Taste of the Beach coming up in our next segment. Guys, thanks.
You're welcome.
Back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with the Outer Banks Brewing Station owner, Eric Reese. Chef Pac, by the way, off to stage right now that he's finished up our
Safe.
Rockfish Ceviche. Also here with Benjamin Sproul with the Outer Banks Restaurant Association to talk about the upcoming Taste of the Outer Banks event. First, we have to recognize the beautiful food and the different plating options. I know, we're almost
Very
getting ready
nice.
to eat.
And the beer right in the middle
Yeah,
that
exactly.
you were
So
eyeballing.
you were talking about the restaurant itself and how you offer food like
ma'am.
this and different beverage options.
Yeah, we brew our own beer. We brew our own sodas, so we have a full complement of that and full liquor bar. But when you serve a dish like Rockfish Ceviche, a Sauvignon Blanc or a Pinot Grigio would be great with it. But I prefer our lemongrass wheat beer, which goes great with spicy food, and that lemongrass really brings out the flavors that coalesce in this dish.
Really, really nice. And I mean, you could definitely say made at home for you guys, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
there you go.
Homemade. Where can folks find you?
Right at milepost 8.5 on the bypass, which is a quarter mile south of the Wright Brothers Memorial. But you can't miss us because we have a 92-foot wind turbine.
That's right.
We're America's first wind-powered brew pub.
I can picture it right now. Definitely a
Can't miss
destination.
it.
And it's a good idea to think about your Outer Banks destination for the taste, which is coming up. Ben, tell us all about it.
Yeah, we got 10 more days to plan for your big culinary adventure on the Outer Banks. And we were just talking off camera about how it really is kind of for Hampton Roads and that you can really drive there really easily this time of year. The accommodations are very affordable. It's beautiful. Looks like we're going to have some decent weather. And we have over 50 events over a long weekend to chart your course in any culinary adventure you want. From
love it.
Outdoor events with a bunch of people, like we've got a big chowder cook-off, to fine dining, wine tastings, brewery tours.
Tapas crawl.
Eric and I are doing a tapas crawl. You get to go to our place and their place and another place called Bad Bean and have an appetizer and a drink at each place. All one ticket. You just sign up online and then just tell your name at the door and everything's taken care of.
We'll
Wow,
come
that
to the
sounds-
opening party where we're going to explain.
Right?
Yeah.
Thursday night we got a free party over at Eric's place at the Brew Pub. And, your last chance to get late-breaking tickets. Some of them are selling out already, so we highly recommend going online to OuterBanksTasteOfTheBeach.com to get those tickets now.
So what we can tell folks, of course, is to kind of get their tickets early. And this is an opportunity for us here in Hampton Roads to go visit the Outer Banks before the warm weather hits, and also before the tourists come and enjoy the Outer Banks.
Folks that are close by, they know the advantage of getting there before the crowds, because it's just as beautiful this time of year.
Ben, before we run out of time, where can folks find you?
I'm right here right now. No, I'm at the Pit. We have a restaurant called the Board Riders Grill. We're also a surf shop, and we've got a little bar there too, so we'll be involved in the event.
Very good. We're going to put all that information at thehamptonroadshow.com. Thanks, guys.